joined S.H.I.E.L.D. to protect people.
Captain.
To build a better world?
Sometimes means tearing the old one down.
And that makes enemies.
It's What the Flick, everybody. Welcome, Ben Mankiewicz, Alonso, Duralde, Christy, Lemire, Matt Atchity. We're here to discuss Captain America 2, Winter Soldier.
There's no two.
It's
just Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
Colon. There is punctuation, but not a number.
Come on.
But please continue. Tell us what it's about.
No, you just go ahead. Matt.
Captain America is the sequel to the first Captain America movie. It takes place after the events of the Avengers and after the events of Iron Man. It doesn't really reference the Avengers that much, but it does reference things that happened in the first Captain America. Cap is now working for S.H.I.E.L.D., doing a lot of secret missions. He's not that happy about it because, you know, he wants to be straight up Captain America. Let's watch the trailer.
We're going to neutralize a lot of threats before they even happen.
Thought the punishment usually came after the crime.
S.H.I.E.L.D. takes the world as it is, not as we'd like it to be.
This isn't freedom. This is fear. Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
You told me how amazing this was. You saw it a long time ago.
I liked this movie a lot.
And you're right. Yeah, it's a blast, and it's thrilling, but it's also really relevant without being heavy-handed and trying to be relevant. It just is, and it works so well for who we are today.
No, it's a smart movie, and I think there's a prejudice where you think, oh, Captain America, it's going to be really sort of two-dimensionally gung-ho and, you know, patriotic at all costs. And actually, of all the current crop of superhero movies, with the exception of The Dark Knight, this one probably raises the most questions about our government and how it behaves, and when it overreaches its, you know, intent in a way that's really smart and almost feels subversive in a way for this franchise. You know, this is the Avengers was such a huge hit. The Marvel movies from Disney now are such a giant kind of corporate cash cow that it would be very easy for them to play it safe. And this feels like a movie that's really taking chances, both in terms of dealing with the bigger issues that it's addressing, and also kind of fucking around with the things in the franchise itself, which is, you know, you think that's even more taboo in a way. Well, I don't want to get into spoilers, but let's just say that the structure that we have come to know through the Avengers movies, through the TV show, things about S.H.I.E.L.D. in general, kind of get thrown up in the air a little on this one in a way that's going to reverberate in other films.
I will say to that point, though, there is a long history of S.H.I.E.L.D. shenanigans that happen in the comics.
Oh yeah, no, in the comics, sure, but when you've got like this whole movie TV thing going, that feels like a bigger deal. Like there's a lot more meetings about that than about, you know, the whole Marvel universe is going to now be in Civil War or whatever.
Because as you just said, these movies, they massively affect each other. And I guess the storylines affect each other. And I wonder whether, and I was curious how much of what happens in this movie would affect the TV show.
That remains to be seen.
It hasn't happened
to be
yet,
seen, actually. The most recent episode of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the next one are supposed to bookend the movie. So events that happen in this movie will absolutely affect what happens in that show, but they haven't shown that yet. So there is going to be a bit of corporate synergy there.
Lest we get too far in the weeds here, though, this is a super entertaining film.
Yeah.
Like, the action sequences are amazing. There's this, there's a great car chase and kidnapping. There's a fight in an elevator where there's no room to move, and yet everybody's getting their ass kicked by the captain. We are introduced to the Falcon. I think that's not a spoiler. I think everybody knows that. It's in the trailer.
He's been interviewed.
Yeah, there's, you know, this movie's 2.5 hours long, or 2:15. 2:15.
Doesn't feel like it at all.
Well, and one of my favorite things about the movie, especially with the introduction of the Falcon, and they make the fighting that happens unique to those characters. The Falcon's got a very specific way that he, you know, in the combat scenes that he's in, you know, the big fight scene towards the end, as he's flying around and swooping, like you see, there's elements of him shutting the wings down and falling and doing these power dives, and it's really exciting. in kind of a way that we hadn't seen anyone do something like that before. Same thing, like we see Captain America fight in a way that we kind of hadn't seen him do before.
He knows parkour now.
He does know parkour, right? And his style of fighting is different than what we see from Black Widow. And the other thing that I really liked about this movie is we don't get bogged down in origin stories. We get new characters,
You're
and it doesn't.
brought right in the beginning.
You right in. Even we introduce the Falcon, and you get one or two throwaway lines about him, and that's pretty much it, and that's awesome.
And yet, because you have somebody of the caliber of actor that Anthony Mackie is, playing against somebody like Chris Evans, who really is a very good actor, and the more he does these films, the more he can show. I'm watching this one thinking he just announced these are the last couple of ones he's going to do. He's going to retire from playing this role, and maybe from acting entirely. And what a bummer that is, seeing the depth that these guys bring to these scenes. Because otherwise, it could just be spectacle. It could just be mindless explosions and giant contraptions in the sky.
He's got the next one at least, which is
But he's
a year
but
out.
he has
under
said-
contract for 4 or 5 more. So
Yeah.
that's.
But that's it, though.
Well, I mean, that's
Well, then he'll age out of the role. I mean,
he's
that's
not gonna
10
retire
years of
from
movies.
acting.
No, he says he's going to retire from acting.
Gives a shit what
Like
he says.
Shia LaBeouf.
And
Roger Clemens.
he can.
Like Anthony Hopkins has stopped acting.
Speaking of spectacle, I saw this flat. Did anybody see it in 3D?
I saw it in 3D. Did we see it in 3D?
No.
No.
I saw it in 2D also, yes.
Okay,
I
so
was happy.
I kind of want to see this again in 3D IMAX because it seems like it's gorgeous, but
Yeah.
I just was curious if anybody had firsthand.
Yeah, the big scenes in the sky, especially with the big
But it
denouement.
also, in spite of all that action and all that spectacle, it stays kind of a character story. Like this is really about Cap kind of navigating this secret the secret agency that he's with, and that's not. And he says, like, I didn't really sign on to this. I signed on to be a soldier.
Right.
When they introduce Anthony Mackie's character, the Falcon, you don't get bogged down in the mechanics of how he learned to fly, but you do get character arc for him. You get, a bit of a character arc for Scarlett Johansson's character, the Black Widow. You get a really interesting relationship between Captain America and Black Widow. They make reference to Black Widow's past without pounding you over the head. And this movie's willing to be subtle, and I really liked that.
I don't disagree with anything that you guys have said, with a couple of small exceptions. Like, I mean, the car chase stuff was great, and I loved the fight scene in the elevator. I was not as impressed by the way that the Falcon was handled, because and I guess you guys don't feel it, and maybe nobody else does, but I mean, I've just seen a lot of movies where guys beat each other up with no effect, where it doesn't matter, and like you never know what the lethal blow is going to be, you'll
buy the guy flying around with the wings.
Right. Well, no, I mean, I got that because it was like it felt like something we invented. That like the boys at Northrop Grumman are on that, and they invented this. But like, it just feels super repetitive to me, and it was good. And I loved the fact that it makes you sort of question the motives of a dark, secret government agency, which we ought to spend a fair amount of time as Americans questioning. And I like I don't think it's giving anything away. Well, no, of course not. Making significant critical reference to the fascination that we had post-war with Nazis, really with anybody who wasn't a communist. So if you're not a communist, we don't give a shit what you've done.
Yeah, come make nukes for us.
Right, come work with us. So I did like all that, and I liked this movie. I did, but man, I just like the idea of big, strong guys, of building and building and building to big, strong guys punching each other and having them slide across the ground into a wall, and the wall crumbling down, and them getting up and punching back, and people showing up at the last second and hitting. Like, I can't believe I'm saying this. I crave gunplay. Like somebody take out a gun. Right, he'll use a shield, he'll block it.
And the other guy has
Because of the Raid 2, are you still mad about them not having guns in that?
No, but the thing of it is, to me, what was so exceptional about the Raid 2 was they did those fight scenes, and those I loved.
People got hurt.
People got hurt.
Well, this is a PG-13.
And he's got special serum in his body.
I hate PG-13. I believe there's never been a good PG-13 movie. Not one.
World War Z.
None. There hasn't been one. No, I got it. I got it. I just I'm just making that up. But like in the name of progress with PG-13, we created a whole other problem.
And I want to point out Robert Redford, who's
Yes.
awesome in this,
Yes.
and appropriate casting in terms of Redford's history in the great sort of 70s government conspiracy paranoia
Totally, yeah,
movies.
really good.
He's very subtle and very lovely in this. And a nice horse whisperer reunion for him and Scarlett Johansson.
Yes, we were all waiting for that.
You want to do numbers?
Yeah, so I'm going to be the low man on the totem pole here, 6.5, because I just think everybody's too excited. It's too repetitive. They're all repetitive. They're all really repetitive.
I'm too low on my score
Well,
that I
Okay.
originally gave you. I'm going with a 9.2.
Okay.
Doesn't help.
Now we have to do math on the fly. I'm giving it an 8. What do you say?
I was at 9.1. I think with the exception of the Avengers itself, this is my favorite of the Marvel Disney movies.
I still love the first Iron Man.
Yeah, to me,
It's
first
terrific too, but
first
this
Iron Man,
one
so
I found really
love those.
exciting and just I was shocked that they were willing to go out on a limb in so many different ways.
I like that. I mean, I might be a little low because I got super bored, and although that's not a thing you want to look for in a movie. But I did appreciate all the things you said. I don't really disagree with. Anyway, that pulls it. We raised it 0.1, right? If he raised it 0.4.
All right,
yes.
math.
Right, so 8.2,
91% on the tomato meter.
91%. So everybody loves it.
I'm sorry you hate America.
Bye.